Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to another Wheelin' Wednesday. It is a beautiful, bird chirpy filled, sunny but cold on my feet Wheelin' Wednesday, and the wheels were slightly retouched and modified this morning. I'm gradually, like, you gotta keep things updated, right? So I'm hoping that the days of just tooling around randomly on a Wednesday give us some purpose. No, we're not just going to tool around randomly. So when it picks an obstacle group, I'm like, how do we make this, interesting? So luckily, it picked Greenline. I just keep calling it Greenline, so I guess it's Greenline. It picked Greenline X2. We spin it a second time to get a second gentleman. That second gentleman was Blue Sky High. So, a little bit of explanation here. These two gentlemen have both already run Mavericks. They didn't run it together, but they have run it. Blue Sky High was in the Mavericks X3 episode with Buffalo Bill and Wiley, and Rattlecat ran it solo back before we were doing it as a Wednesday installment, and at the time he was still mostly Red Cat Ascent. I don't think he was on this chassis yet. I did not go back to verify. But on the leaderboards, Rattlecat is ahead of Blue Sky High. I want to say about 5 seconds. I think his fast lap was 52 to Blue Sky High's 57. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do Greenline X2. We're going to do winners outs. So we're going to, it's all canon. It's all canon here. So by the scoring, Rattlecat is already up 1-0. If Rattlecat wins this competitively scored head-to-head at Greenline, and we will be scoring reverses, rollovers, we're doing a full score on this one. If he wins this one, then we don't run Mavericks. So that's on Rattlecat's shoulders and not mine. If Blue Sky High wins the Greenline, then the score, I would view the score as tied 1-1, and then they will go head-to-head at Mavericks in the form of a tiebreaker. Did I mention it's winners outs? Because it's winners outs, which means Rattlecat goes first, so Blue Sky High will know what he has to do. And we have, indeed, you can see gate 1 up there. We have set them up white ball on the white. White is on the right. So the white should always be on the passenger side of the vehicle, yellow to the driver's side. American rules. And Rattlecat will take his pass. No mulligans, no do-overs. Everything is scored. 17 points is still a gate max. If you score 17 points on one gate, you are forwarded to the next gate. Well, actually, you're just forwarded through the gate that you have failed. So basically, a rollover and a gate strike is gate max. You move on to the next gate. So at 9, that's 90, 146 is an absolute maxed out score. Nobody can score above 146. And Greenline is not a remarkably difficult course, but it is a course that is ripe to capitalize on mistakes. And atop that, Blue Sky High is about an inch wider than Rattlecat. So Rattlecat has a little bit more advantage here, potentially. We've got Dig and Rattlecat. We've got four-wheel steer on Blue Sky High. They are similar in that they are both rock crawlers, and thus ends the similarity. Different wheels, different tires, different axles, different bodies, different everything, except radios. They're both on RC4GS. Rattlecat is going to step up to the line, make his run at Greenline, and we're going to see if Mavericks is in the cards today. As I said, Greenline, of the 3 courses we have laid out, I would put Greenline as the easiest, but I say that having not run it with either of these gentlemen. It was set up it was set up with baseline, and wow, that really just completely pushed his nose right into that. So he is going into this full icy cold, but so will Blue Sky High. So I don't think I don't think either one of them really has an advantage over the other. 7. He's on 7 through 1 gate. I think gate 1 might actually be the most difficult gate at Greenline. It's nice to get people started off on a score. As a perfect score is 0, there are no scale points, there are no bonus points. We're tinkering with the idea of a bonus gate. You can see the other marker there over at 1. Is he going to pull that wide, or is he going to go through? All right, but I'm sure, as anyone else would, Rattlecat is hoping to end on 7. Okay, I don't know how he is stuck right here. That was something. Did not want to have to use the reverse there. A little dig turn. Ooh, uh-oh. Okay. So distinct advantage to Blue Sky High here. Oh, that is a bad approach. That is a bad approach. He's got the links. He's got the links tied up. Uh-oh. There's not enough bite. Taking a reverse to go to 9. Let's hope that reverse wasn't too big. Yeah, Rattlecat's got plenty of room here. Yeah, he's through that, no problem. The reverse was unfortunately necessary. And the shadows are big and strong over here. We're gonna come down onto the flat. Dig turn again. Yeah, he looks so skinny through these gates, which is a serious advantage. Absolutely no problem through 4. Uh-oh. That is a reverse. 11. Got some push on the front end there. The mini pin not helping him out there. A lot of steering angle in the F10s. I mean, these are borderline effortless to him. It is just a matter of getting his entry and departure angles right. Don't drop that down. No, that's great. So skinny. Such a skinny boy. Even with that drop, just fully shaped up. Okay. I cannot see. That might have pushed too far over. No, 13 with the reverse. I think he's touching on the other side, but as long as it stays on, it's good. Oh, it's in between his wheelbase. He is hung up. Oh, if he can get that rear pumpkin off. There we are. Through on 13, not too bad. He is pretty aware of, oh no. Oh, of how easy it is to get belly stuck, but he's got a lot of pep in his step. We're gonna try to, no, we're coming all the way down onto the flat at the bottom, all the way behind the camera. Dig, turn around. Coming back up, no problem there, and back onto the course. He just did not want to get hung up in the middle there. Cannot see high side at all. Slipper getting the workout. He's got his front tie rod absolutely buried into that rock. Gonna have to pull a reverse to go to 15. Ball is do I see magnet? Cam 2 can see what I can't. That is off. And he would have gotten it easily with no effort. 22. The door is, I mean, I don't know yet, but it is looking like we're heading to Mavericks today. And Blue Sky High hasn't even turned on his motor yet. When this guy is rolling through, honestly, the gates look 100 feet wide. And they are not. Oh, I forget how light he is. He's very light. Come on, mini pin. Ooh, that's not great. That is not. Uh-oh. 24. Oh, he could. Yeah, wow. 31. Oh man, this is wholly unanticipated, I have to say. Oh no. Oh. Has Rattlecat done a gated run before? I don't know. Which just leaves us with gate 9 and a bunch of cobwebs. They look so wide, but there's a lot of traps here at Greenline. If he can get his skid over, yeah, no problem. These are pretty wide gates, but they're not suited to every single rig. He finishes Greenline on a 31, which is not terrible, but I don't think that's going to hold up. So following those potentially hubristic prognostications, it occurs to me that Blue Sky High, I don't think Blue Sky High has run any gated runs since going to these wheels, these tires, perhaps not on this chassis even. We're not out yet. Now we are. Oh, my four-wheel steer just fell off. There we go. Oh. Okay. 0 through 7. 0 through 1. No. I will say there is a definite feeling of stability here. Rattlecat feels planted. Oh, the width. The gates look a lot more narrow now. But this guy feels bolted down. Rhino V40 in Rattlecat, Rhino V80 in Blue Sky. Almost, like that other side. I can't clearly see it, but I know it's close. And initially, I didn't feel like there was that much of a ground clearance difference between the two. It feels very different on the course. Is that Pro X gonna pull? Yep. Didn't even need to attitude it in. Yeah, that's just straight power. Get him set up. Yeah, effort. Nearly had to do some real slow-mo on gate 2, but pretty carefree through the first 3. Though I don't think he explicitly needs to. We're just gonna drop down on the flats anyway. Angle him back. Little hang of the rear pumpkin there. Nicely through. We're definitely not going to pull a reverse here. Not on this course, I don't think. No. See if we can't line up 5 and 6 for a back-to-back. Although, I will say, I can't see anything from right here. I could be driving over that high side and not know it. No, he's well clear. He's not just well clear, but there's enough space topside that, okay, I can't see. But we made our choice. We'll try steering down a little, make sure we're around. Okay, I can see it now a little bit. A little guided over. Okay, Is that Pro X going to pull up a little more? A little more? Okay, I don't think that drop is a problem yet. Don't push. Oh yeah. He's got the tools, man. The introduction of the Stealth XF into this guy was, see, we get a little hang there, we just angle into it, was transformative. I've said in the past that if given the choice between dig and four-wheel steer, I will take dig because it is more versatile, you can use it more often. But moments like that, four-wheel steer is what gets him out of there. And honestly, there's just, oh, I think he's got the clearance to crab it around the side here. Yeah. There's really no way for me to position myself without standing directly over the top to make sure that we're not too tight on high side marker. Okay, if his axle clears, which it does, give it a little angle over, a little more, not too much. Don't want to upset the rear end. Is he going to do it? Is anybody putting money on him doing it? Because Blue Sky High up till now appears to be using some sort of futuristic adhesive that is gluing him to the ground. Okay, this one's going to be a little iffy because we're going to drop that rear over, but we're not going to drop it very much. Is it going to pop? No, that's just grabbing. He is one away, as he is doing it now just so that it is on his resume. Rattlecat was mathematically eliminated, I think, with the clean on 7. No, the clean on 8, definitely. That would imply 2 maxes. Absolutely no effort at all. Blue Sky High with a 0, with a full 0 at Greenline, and honestly, like, he didn't even really have any big uh-oh moments. So I distinctly remember saying winners outs, and as that was not close at Greenline, that was an outright beating. We are going to go Blue Sky High up first. We are also going to add a new twist because I just thought of it while placing the cameras, and that twist is this. If you have run Mavericks in the past, you don't get your free lap at the beginning. It's 5 minutes. You already qualified. You already have a time. Okay, if you already have a time on the board, you don't get your free run. You go straight into it. We do little to no prep to the course. It is run as it is run. We have the timer set to 5 minutes, and the scoring is hot lap. It's hot lap. That's all we care about. So we won't know who won the overall until the very end when the boards are up. I have removed the wheel for rear steer from Blue Sky High because I think it will only get me in trouble. So he will be performing this. I literally can't turn the rear wheels. He will be running this in front wheel steer only. Your 5 minutes begins when you are ready, sir. He was not one of the fastest his last time through. He was also not one of the slowest. Oh, that's bad. He felt very consistent. And as I said, the total time does not matter at all. All we're concerned about is the fastest lap. So this first of the 5 minutes is basically getting to know the course again. Teeter is not just waterlogged, but the teeter is getting a lot rougher as time goes on. Those untreated boards that are on there are warping badly. You all have the potential opportunity for me to fall down today, as where I am standing right now, the ground is super smushy. Okay, we got to stick more to this side. Yes, much better. Again, I believe it came up in the wrap the last time he was out here in Mavericks X3, and that is Blue Sky High is pretty heavily damped. So where is the advantage there? The advantage is that when he is on a crawling course, he's really good at it. He beat Rattlecat by 31 points. But when he's out here, he's got a bit of a skateboard flavor to him. He bounces around quite a lot. And I think that that's the reason he has a lot of wheel speed, and he should be able to just power through this, but he's so bouncy. You have to be very soft on the throttle. Oh, that was an excellent setup there. That was almost an excellent setup there. He's definitely picking up some mud on the tires as we wait for that to come down. Camera 1 is in a slightly different place compared to usual. I'm hoping that it's not resulting in a giant course blind spot. Oh, that's not gonna help. That is not gonna help the time. I've just made a bunch of Argentine ants very upset. Yeah, he is not putting down anything that I would consider a scorching lap. He is not built for speed, which I'm not going to say is outright edge to the Rattlecat, but I feel like it is a little. Oh. Yeah, he just doesn't have that. Blue Sky High does not have the need for speed. I mean, I think pretty much anything with four-wheel steer on it does not. The Baja Pro X are great on him. That was a fortunate tire change. It's really good on the loose step. You can see how bouncy through the skewers. Hope he has enough time to get around one more time, because this lap is feeling decent. Oh, he was a little too quick off the teeter last time. I just stepped in a gopher hole. The whole front of my foot went in the ground. He is definitely going to have enough time to make it around one more time. And as we're on fast lap priority, we don't care about the overall time and lap. He's got 20 seconds left, which is, you know, enough to get about halfway into the lap, a third of the way into the lap. So, but we're not concerned about it. I think he got 5 laps in. Did it feel like 5 laps in? We will find out if it was good enough. Rattlecat queued right up, raring to go. I think, I don't know. There's definitely more wheel speed in Blue Sky High. He lacks the stability. We've not run this guy at speed on these 3D printed, on the Brorb RC inserts. I don't know. I don't know. He beat him before. Is he going to be able to beat him again? We're going to find out. Rattlecat, when you are ready. Well, I mean, already. He's so much less bouncy. Oh, yeah. I think the speed portion, I think this was unfair. We're going to have unfit. Oh, that was like a snake slithering over. Oh, that turn in. The steer angle on the F10s. Is he heavy enough? His time is going to get hurt because he's so light. He can't make the teeter descend. He's got to hang his front tires off the front of it. Oh, this is not the same thing. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah. This is not faster. This is immeasurably faster. I'm not even using a lot of throttle here. All right, let's all right, Rattlecat, you're gonna take this. I think you took it already. The narrowness, the amount of turn in from the F10s, the ridiculously supple action of the suspension, thanks to those bespoke, made for this tire, made for this rig 3D printed insert. He's running Axial 10 Pro shocks in the front and Traxxas long arms in the back. Uh-oh, we almost knocked over camera 3. But it's a hot lap, so we'll be all right with one off course. He turned in so tight he ricocheted off of the tree. Yeah, this is so perhaps potentially what we have here is Rattlecat is a little too much geared, and by geared I mean the way he's built. He's a little too good at this. I lost him. Hand of God coming out on this one. He's so light and so supple, and I don't think there's a camera that shows it. He is hanging his wheels off the front of the teeter to get it to come down. Yeah, I think this is either his 5th lap or coming into his 5th lap. I'm only using 40% throttle most of the time. He's got way more speed to put down, and despite a lower overall top speed, because he can deliver, you can only you only have as much power as you can deliver. Yeah, he's a quick boy, and I mean quick, not fast. That is a deliberate choice of term, because he can go from standing to as fast as he can safely maneuver in a moment. We've got to keep modulating the throttle because his turn in is so sharp. And he just absorbs the rough stuff. That spot right there is too low for his rear axle. Got to remember this is also straights versus portals, though I don't think it really mattered here. It's funny to see a portaled vehicle significantly faster than a straight axled one. Faster, but not quicker. Yeah, you've got to you move brisk to keep up with the cat. Yeah, he tucks in so tight, and again, he pulls in across the line with 25 seconds remaining, which I think there was a whole nother lap. I think he did one more lap. So 20% faster, significantly faster. So I don't know if this is unfinished business, but it feels a little bit like it is. Editor here. I had to stop that edit and come and do a voiceover portion here because text alone is not enough to indicate what an upset I think has occurred. I went over the running times. I went back over the running times over and over again, and I guess what had happened. Here's my guess about the barefooted gentleman outside. Here's my guess. He had gotten so complacent during Blue Sky High's run that he started to think, oh well, we'll just phone it in from here. And what then happened is his caveman, his lizard brain, stopped thinking and then was just driving. Because I went over it multiple times because I couldn't believe it. Rattlecat finished his fastest lap, which was his last lap, at 47.0 seconds, which is respectable. Most of his times were in the low to mid 50s. Blue Sky High's final lap was 46.1 seconds. Blue Sky High won that. You know how they say slow and steady wins the race? Or if it looks slow, it's probably fast? Blue Sky High embraced that to the extreme. He looked slow, but he was very fast. It's rarefied air to break below 50 seconds, and Blue Sky High is up there, and he will put a hurt on you in a nine gate. So there you go. I'm going to hand you back to the other guy who is deliciously oblivious to what has just occurred. We have two gentlemen that are clearly suited to different things. They're both rock crawlers, but apparently the suspension setup, the axles, the trugginess of him definitely trends more towards this. Mavericks is think of who has done really well here. Jake the Snake did really well here. He has the fastest time here. Rattlecat, I do believe, did really well here. I think his times on this setup were, I'm going to speculate and prognosticate, and I think they're pretty close to what he ran before, low 50s. Do I think that he cracked into the 40s? I kind of don't. I would like to be pleasantly surprised in the edit, but I kind of don't. So, I think, does anyone regard it unfair that we had three components, and if this were a best of three, one was crawling, and then two were racing Mavericks? I think from standing here behind the camera with no knowledge of the edit, I think Rattlecat won this round of Mavericks as well, but was handily defeated, 31-point margin, and Blue Sky High put up a 0. So, I mean, on the day, it's a draw. In their prior testing, racing, competition, I don't know. It's pretty even. Maybe we need to take these two boys and have them do a different 9-ball course or a deadline or something. How do we tie break? Because if we keep putting in speed elements, I think it's going to keep coming up a wash. I think Blue Sky High did about as well as I would have expected him to on Mavericks. I am most curious on the day to see what his numbers today, what does his fast lap look like compared to his fast lap before? Was he faster? Was he slower? Was he the same? And secondary to that is Rattlecat. I think if Rattlecat had a second try at the Greenline, he could potentially knock some points off. But I don't, in his current setup, as he sits right now, I think a 0 is in him, but I don't think he could do 0 every day. I think Blue Sky High could go back and run another 0 right now, because he's a little more sorted to set up and sorted out for the front 9 than he is for Greenline. I don't know. We'll think of something to have these guys do combat to determine, or we just call it a friendly contest, which is what it is, and we let it go, because it is of course the conclusion to another installment of Wheelin Wednesday. The wheels are back in action. It was this, and here's why. Because yes, it is the winter, and these are the kind of days we wait for. There's so much succulent out here. I'm still not wearing shoes. You can't make me. Nobody can force me. We will get back to more regular shenanigans, more irregular shenanigans. Who knows what the future will bring here in the canyon? We'll all find out together as a group. I look forward to seeing you in the next one, everybody. I look forward to seeing you, you know, whenever. Today, tomorrow, next week. Thank you so much for dropping by the canyon on a Wheelin' Wednesday. You loyal few, you 404, you Canyoneros, you the very few that do indeed tune in for Wheelin' Wednesday. Thank you so much for coming by. In between now and when we meet again, please, one and all, do your very best. Have a good one, everybody. We'll see you again here from the canyon on a beautiful day. We all had a beautiful time. If we ignore the prior results, then Rattlecat had a good day. Blue Sky High had a good day. We all had a good day. I hope you have a good day into the future. We'll see you next time, everybody, here from the canyon. And that's all I have to say about that.